Hi guys, it is time for my March wrap up. Now, yes, I know it's super late. I recorded this already. I'm doing it again. Also, you will notice that I have my Red Rising books stacked behind me. If you don't know why and what video that was about, go back one and check out my Red Rising read-along announcement video if you'd like to participate in that, because it's gonna be hella fun, yo. Alright, now about these books I read in March. There was only two. I know, just whatever. So the first book that I completed was an arc of 8 Simple Rules for Dating a Dragon by Carolyn Sparks. Now this was given to me as a arc from NetGalley in exchange for an honest review, and unfortunately I really did not like this book. Now mind you, this is coming from a person who likes paranormal romance, from a person who likes cheesy paranormal romance. This was just bad, I thought. I also like this author, so it's not just I don't like her, I like her work, it's just this one in particular I did not like. The setting, the main character was an elf who kind of was trying to fall for a dragon shifter, but it wasn't the story that was bad, it was the inconsistencies with the storytelling that were so distracted that they kept yanking me out of the story. Now what do I mean by that? What I mean is that because of the heritage and the kind of historical fantasy setting that it was set in, everyone was using like this really proper old English language half the time, and then it just had a lot of this modern slang in it, which was really weird. You can do funny and historical without making them start using all this like year 2005 modern colloquialism, and it's weird and it doesn't fit, and it takes it from like funny to like slapstick, which I don't like slapstick. I just don't, and it's really distracting. Also, there were things about the main female character that were just freaking annoying. So she was meant to play like this hard to get game, and that's okay, that's all well and good. However, they made her in the beginning seem so desperate for companionship and acceptance that it didn't fit when someone accepted her for who she was, despite the fact that other people were like, no, why? And he's like, but I like her as is. So she's got that acceptance that she wants, and she's just like, not you though. And even still, like, that's fine. But when you could kind of see the tides change and mentally she started to accept him, she still was playing like hard to get, just for the sake of playing hard to get. And it got really irritating because it dragged on up until like the very last bit of the book, and I was just like, alright, I'm not invested in this at all. So I didn't really like it. Sorry. I think I gave it like 2 stars. Nextly, I read and completed The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Now this edition was given to me in a Fairy Loot box, I think in February. It's like Talk Fae to Me or something like that. This book, I still don't know how I feel about it. I liked it, but I don't know if I liked it like 3.5 liked it, or if I like it like 5-star liked it. So, feelings. I have feelings. So, this book is about Jude, Jude has a twin sister and an older sister. Her older sister is half Fae. Her mother ran away from her husband, her Fae husband, while she was pregnant with Jude's older sister Vivi, and basically escaped to the human realm. The ex-husband found her, took them away, and raised Jude and her sisters in the Fae world. Now, the Fae world I really liked because it was like that kind of like unseelie court Fae world that I really like. Like if you've ever read the Meredith Gentry series, which I don't actually recommend because it turned into straight just like porn and not even like good smut book. It just turned into like straight orgies for like no fucking reason, just for the sake of orginess. Like, I mean, and usually that there really is no way that you can make that into the plot, but it was literally like just the character was just falling all over the place with her legs open just cause all the time. It's just like, okay. There's like actual plot in the first book, and then the plot got weird in the second book to where like her uncle wanted to sleep with her, and then it just turned into straight orgies all the time. However, the world is the reason. Like the characters in the Fae in that book are really dark and kind of creepy, and they're not just like typical Sarah J. Maas pretty Fae, or they're mean Fae, they're still pretty. In this one, they're dark, they're cruel, they're malevolent, they're really just flat out beautiful. They have like horns and tails, and they're different colors, and that's the kind of Fae world that I really like. There's nothing wrong with the like Seelie court aspect of it. Like everything's pretty and gilded and beautiful, and that's cool too. However, my preference is for the Fae to be just like kind of closer to like the Fae of the original tales, like the original mythos. They're just creepy, which I like creepy, so sue me. So I always do that. So that I really liked. I really enjoyed this world. Everybody's just stabby, creepy, malevolent, just evil, just asshole-ish, and just cruel. So I really enjoyed that. However, the main character, Jude, was TSTL. What I mean by that, she's too goddamn stupid to live, and she irritated the shit out of me constantly. And it wasn't that she was like naive stupid, which is better, but it was at the same time, while I liked that she wasn't naive stupid, she also very much irritated me because she would acknowledge like, this is a very bad idea. I could possibly get me and my sister killed, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just simply because I want to fucking do it anyway. And I'm like, I followed your train of thought. If you honestly thought like the good outweighed the bad, or that this was gonna result in a good thing, even though it's like, you're like, it's stupid, but it's a risk, but it's gonna pay off, then okay. But if you're sitting here in the narrative and going, this is a really bad idea, this is dumb, nobody in their right mind would do this, especially because I'm a human in this Fae world, this is a very bad idea, I'm not gonna, nope, I want to do it anyway. It's like the equivalent of going, my hand's wet, I'm gonna stick it in the socket, it's gonna fucking hurt, but so that irritated me a lot. I also was kind of led to believe that there was like this kind of Kaz and Inej type like situation going on, where like the Cardin, the main character, titled like the Cruel Prince, was just like kind of a dick, but it was kind of also like he was broody and he had like this tragic backstory, and there's gonna be like this epic romance and then we're just gonna love him. And it wasn't that. He was just like literally just like the Cruel Prince. He was just a dick, and that was just what it was. So I mean, granted, towards the end of the book there will probably be a romance. I mean, towards in the next book, but I was expecting like it to be more than what it was in here. So also other things that I didn't like about the characters, but they're made for a really good story. However, so twin sister is the worst twin sister ever in the history of life. Jude's twin sister, whose name I can't even remember, was a major dick. She also contributed to like kind of cruel and mean things happening to her sister that didn't need to happen. Like, there was no need for her sister to just like play along for these things. So basically like the situation is that even though Jude and her twin are fully human, they're in this world where they kind of can't really fully take their place. Whereas otherwise humans are basically like cattle or servants to the Fae. Their foster father or their caretaker, or who the man who's taken them in as wards, basically is kind of high ranking, so they can't necessarily be as cruel to them as they want to be. But at the same time, Jude and her sister are human, so they really should be watching their step, because still accidents happen, because they're like two of the only humans who can interact on that level with these creatures. And instead of minding their steps all the time, even though like Jude has this, she's fighting to like basically for a place, which I can understand, but she's constantly acknowledging, I don't belong here, but I want to belong here. Like, I can never fully be this, but I want to try to be it anyway, which for me was kind of frustrating, because the particular role that she wanted was one that was not really smart. It was like the equivalent of, I'm a human and I want to go into the shifter realm and I want to fight in the shifter army. What the fuck for? Why? That's not going to go well. So it was just frustrating on that aspect to me. Like, I understand wanting to have power in a realm where you basically have been told you're never going to have any, because you can play like you can say like people understand that game on the level of like race and ethnicity and all kind of other like instances. So I know what that feels like. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, when it comes to like being human in this world where everybody's stronger and they have magic and you don't, and you have to constantly be on your guard for every little thing, and just like even saying the wrong thing and just pissing somebody off arbitrarily, randomly, just once can cost you your life, and you want to like fight to basically have closer interactions with these people. It just kind of, I just like, you got a better goals than that. I mean, I can understand it, but why not back to the human realm? Because she's constantly saying like she doesn't like this man necessarily, she loves him, but at the same time she doesn't, because of what he did to them in the beginning of the book. But at the same time, like, this is my home, so I'm gonna live here now. You can find another home, boo. You can. So I have mixed feelings about it, because I'm split down the middle where Jude is concerned, because I understand perfectly her train of thought. I just personally wouldn't make those decisions. So while they're not completely outlandish, they're not ones I would make. So I'm like, no, don't do that. That's dumb. It's not worth it. But I mean, I also get it. So that's why I'm like, I have a hard time rating this book, because I really don't know how I feel about it. So there are a lot of like mean girl type situations going on amongst the Fae, and they like to play their little petty games, but whereas they just hurt each other's feelings when they play the games, like they actually put Jude's life in danger several times, and this is the world that she wants to like further immerse herself into. And I'm just like, for why? But alright. So take of that what you will. I still have mixed feelings about this book. I haven't written a review for it yet, because so that's my March wrap up. 2 books. 2 books. It's been a weird month. So, yep, that is all I got for that, guys. I will catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. And go check out the Red Rising read-along announcement video, and follow us on the Twitter and the Instagram so you can do the read-along and participate in all the cool challenges and the Twitter sprints and enter the giveaways and get stuff. So I'll catch you later. Bye. I don't even get to drink my drink.